Hello, everyone. My name's Thomas Montgomery. I'm with the nonprofit called Smart Money Alliance. I wanted to give you a quick overview of the Capital Ready package, and we affectionately call it version 2.0. The original Capital Ready package rolled out over a year ago, and it, like version 2.0, was developed with the input of SBA and SBDC advisors, SCORE mentors, business bankers, and even some college professors to add a little spice to it. But the bottom line is we wanted to create a transparent process that can help any small business raise capital. Now, we recognize that different small businesses have different starting points, different capital needs, different circumstances, but what we're going to do is really two things. We're going to help identify the right source or sources of capital based upon the client's specific mitigating circumstances. So what that means is based upon the amount of money they need, what they're going to use it for, and so forth. And then we're going to work with the clients to help them meet the underwriting criteria. So it's really no mystery in accessing capital. There are lenders and even investors that have capital, that have money that is interested in helping small businesses start and grow. So there's no shortage of capital, but we need to figure out what the right source of capital is, and we need to meet the underwriting criteria. That is what the Capital Ready package does. So let me give you a quick overview, and then here at the bottom of the page, you can go ahead and complete the brief form, and we'll get after it. So you might ask, well, what's included in the Capital Ready package? In summary, the first thing we're going to do is create a lender-compliant loan package. If we want business funding versus personal funding, if we want business funding, especially under the EIN, we need to have a loan package created. You're smart, you're motivated, you've got a passion, you've got a dream, but we need to get that in writing so we can convey that to lenders and or investors. So we're going to identify who your target market is, who your competitors are, direct and indirect. We're going to look at your management team. We're going to look at financial projections of how much revenue we expect to make and expenses and the resulting profitability. That normally is about a $5,000 to $10,000 cost, but through our grant subsidized program, it's included at no additional cost. Secondly, we are big believers in accessing capital under your EIN whenever possible, under the business instead of under you individually, because that's what we're talking about, business funding, not personal loans. So with that being said, an important element that's often overlooked is building the business credit worthiness of your entity. So looking at your Dun & Bradstreet profile, making sure that it's optimized, getting what's called a PAYDEX score. That's your business credit score on a 1 to 100 basis. With Dun & Bradstreet, getting it up above an 80. Your Experian business credit score, getting that IntelliScore, as it's called, above 80. So we're really good at that, and there's no cost for that. It's embedded in the program. You could easily go out and pay $3,000 just for a business credit build program. Now, if needed in your circumstances, again, we want to focus on business funding that's off of the EIN whenever possible. But if your personal credit's not quite where it needs to be, then we can assist you in optimizing that. And then lastly, it's very important that we help educate our clients along the way. We have a number of business financial literacy topics. You can see them at your convenience here on the website, but that is education is part of this curriculum, part of this package. Now, historically, there's been a $499 processing fee just to get a client set up. And that's really not a profit generator for us. That's really the cost to get the client set up and pull their Dun & Bradstreet reports and if necessary, personal credit reports, all those things that go into it. Well, we've restructured, and with Capital Ready Package version 2.0 that we're talking about today, there is no upfront processing or enrollment fee. We're going to put grant funding into that, so we're saving you $499 off the bat. Now, there is a refundable deposit as we go through it. And, you know, if you've ever rented an apartment or many other things, it's not unusual to have a deposit. And then if you do what you promised to do, the deposit comes back. That's exactly how Capital Ready Package version 2.0 works. There is a $2,500 refundable deposit. And that's going to allow us to do these things that we've talked about up above. So it's a great value. Even if you're paying $2,500, it's a steal. But in your case, it's even better than that. Through the grant subsidy, that $2,500 comes back to you fully once you've completed at least a $100,000 capital raise. So you can see this is kind of a two-way street, right? We're guaranteeing you at least a $100,000 capital raise, and you're guaranteeing us to work with us to allow that to happen. And so it makes a lot of sense, right? It's a two-way street. We'll use our expertise, our grant funding to assist you in getting at least 100,000. Now, 100,000 is not the cap. We could be pursuing millions of dollars, but to make the economics work, we need to be pursuing at least a $100,000 capital raise. Even if you don't think you necessarily need 100,000, having extra working capital in your bank account is valuable. Maybe having a company car. There might be some other uses of funds. Now, if this program is not in your budget, whether it be the $2,500 refundable deposit and or just you don't need 100,000, that's okay. We have other resources that are available, and you can come over here and look. And our 4-week access to capital program, it's only $99 to get started. So again, this is our flagship program. It's turnkey, it's guaranteed. There's more involved. And of course, when there's more involved, there is more investment. But thanks to the grant, it's a refundable deposit that's fully repaid back to you as long as you do your part. Now, with the $100,000 guarantee I mentioned, again, we're going to work with you. We don't know up front where that capital is going to come from. We need to build that loan package that we mentioned up here in number 1 to figure out what's the right source or sources of capital. So we'll put that together and then work with you to access at least $100,000. That's a written guarantee, no risk to you. You might ask, well, what's the timeline? So we've actually bulleted it out. There's 5 bullets. Let's go through briefly. Bullet number 1 is you're going to start this process by submitting an inquiry form here. Now, you might be talking to one of our distribution partners who can assist you with this, but if not, you're going to fill this out right here. Name, email, telephone, and then you're going to let us know. Do you want to participate yourself? And if so, we'll send you the DocuSign, which is bullet 2 I'll get to in a moment. Or are you interested in helping us teach and advise small businesses? And you can be paid, it's right around $100 an hour to do that. Nothing get rich quick, but it's certainly a good earning for helping others. So that's step 1, bullet 1. Bullet 2 is that then we're going to turn around and send you the DocuSign agreement. Of course, everything that we do is in writing, so that clarifies what we promise to do and what you promise to do. There's nothing fuzzy, nothing hidden. So we'll send that to you. Then once you execute that, which in other words, it'll come to you via email and you electronically sign it, and we'll do the same. Then at that point, we're only 1 to 2 days away from actually getting started. And we'll do it as quickly as possible, but we're going to get after it. We're going to start building your loan package with you as soon as possible. And so that's going to be step-by-step instructions. We've got great instructional videos. We've got samples all throughout. But the bottom line is we need to build out that loan package. We can't typically get business funding, business loans or otherwise, if we don't have a loan package. So we're going to focus on that, and we should be able to complete that in 30 days, which I'll talk more about in just a second. We're going to offer exceptional support to you through this process. So that's going to happen, first of all, every week. You're going to have, and you don't have to do it, but it's available to you, weekly scheduled support calls, or we can do it via webinars. And so every week, scheduled time, you're with a dedicated support person that's there to assist you and support you. And in addition to, or what I should say, maybe even between those calls or webinars, you'll have unlimited email support. So you're going to love the support. You're going to feel very comfortable with your decision to participate. Ultimately, within 30 days, we should be able to have the loan package assembled and ready for funding. Now, if there's an inconsistency between what you're looking for, let's say that you're looking for $100 million and you don't yet qualify for $100 million, then there's some work to do. And that's the point. We'll work with you on closing that gap from where you're at to where you need to be. That's why we can frankly guarantee a $100,000 capital raise, is because we're going to find the right type of capital, and secondly, help you meet the underwriting criteria. So, and I mentioned the excellent support already. So we're very excited to work with you. The Capital Ready Package version 2.0 is very results oriented. It will work. All we ask is just give it a try. So again, just navigating to Smart Money Alliance and then our Capital Ready Package page, the second link from the top. You can fill out this inquiry form at the bottom, click that top box, and we will get the process going as described. Thank you so much, and we look forward to working with you.